the sheet.
So just any bottom, just the Arab.
Yeah.
I'm doing my presentation on the media in China. As you can see here, there are facts about China's main demographics. China's actual name is the People's Republic of China. China's population is over 1.36 billion, according to the World Population Review. Its capital is Beijing. Its flag is called the Five Stars flag. It's located in the Middle and Eastern Asia, bordered on the east by the Pacific Ocean, and its currency is the yuan or yuan. China has one main party called the People's National Congress. The Congress changes every 10 years to put forward a plan for the next 5 years involving economic and educational stimulus and other such factors. The current president of China is a man called Xi Jinping. China was once a mighty monarchy ruled by Prince Chun, but he abdicated as he was too young. This subsequently created a power vacuum whereby feudal warlords fought a long and bloody battle to see who could rule over China. As well as this, the Sino-Japanese War left these tribal warlords forlorn and bereft of leadership. Leadership eventually came in the form of Mao Zedong, the son of a peasant farmer, whose military expertise won him acclaim. This acclaim made Mao the hero of the Chinese people, and after a long for a revolution, Mao was made head of the People's Republic of China. Through his social reforms and socialist ideas, he became an ally of the Soviet Union and therefore an enemy of the West. As you may have heard earlier this morning about Vera mentioned about the Cultural Revolution. This was in part due to Mao's gradual ageing over time and long haul in political office. So, over time, 4 people who were close advisors to Mao, who are Zhang Chunjiao and Wang Hangwen, and Mao's 4th wife, Jing Qing, together they were collectively known as the Gang of Four, tried to influence and usurp Mao's influence. And because of this, Mao became very threatened, which started the Cultural Revolution of Mao, causing the young to go basically into an army and cause the vast burnings of many, many books and literature and various aspects of the old culture, so Mao's authority will never be questioned again. And it led to many disappearances and killings of people, to which they still don't, we officially don't know the exact numbers of which, because there were so many of these mass killings. Mark, the book, please. Mao issued an important ideological document called the Red Book, which is sort of like the communist world's answer to the Bible, which entailed various instructions on how to be a good and loyal citizen to Mao and not getting people into trouble, which is why it's so popular amongst the Chinese even to this day. And because of the Cultural Revolution, which I mentioned earlier, the Red Book is still a cornerstone of China's media policy in regards to influence. As you can see here, I have a copy of the Red Book that I'm going to pass round. Oh, is it? It's slowly making its way around. Oh. Here are various case studies of people who have opposed the government. Probably the most famous of these is a blind man who fought for China's independence and freedom recently and was nominated for the Nobel Prize. At current, his location has not been revealed to us due to the fact that the Chinese want him dead after bringing him to a possible trial at some point. Next slide. Here is the Reporters Without Borders ranking. It is currently 173 out of 179. As Reporters Without Borders says, the reason why it's so low is that it doesn't really let foreign media outlets inside China and only tells its official byline and partisan line in case of undue westernized influence and the downfall of the communist system, which has worked well for several years. And any opposition towards the consensus of communism and implied opposition has led to many disappearances and even ended up with people being murdered. Of course, those names are not mentioned because of people finding out who they are and then raising questions. I know, I've tried looking at the names, but according to China, it won't let me do it. Okay. The State Administration of Radio, Film and Television, or SAFT, falls under the direct supervision of the State Council. It's in charge of the country's radio, television and film industry, directly supervises China's national radio, the international version of China's radio, and China's Central Television. However, the administration for newspapers is quite different. It comes under the General Association of Press and Publication, or GAP for short, which is responsible for the press's control and in regards to self-censorship and the licensing of the press. And it can shut down various publications, publishing houses, and it also bans counterfeiting, printing and distribution of imports and export units from foreign newspapers. Reporters Without Borders ranks China at 173. The other reasons for this is because that journalists face harassment by legalised crime associates or syndicates, and it's because of the overwhelming climate of censorship that journalists have to self-censor themselves because of fear of having a criminal record. According to a government report, the number of publications has risen greatly in the last couple of years. Over 8,000 magazines and more than 2,000 newspapers and 370 television stations are available within the country of China. However, despite the great abundance of these organisations, they are still heavily influenced and penalised by government control. So says the Council of Foreign Relations, according to this very year. Mark, there we go. Basically, this slide details the laws in regards to China's media and press regulation, television regulation. I could not find the most up-to-date version as it was in Chinese, and unfortunately I cannot read or speak Chinese, so that would be made rather redundant. Next slide, Mark. Mark, can you use the mouse, please?
Let's open the video.
Yeah. Here is an example of what Chinese television looks like to the average Chinese person. This is probably the only one.
非华裔的外籍人士对学中文都趋之若鹜，想以深入浅出的方式教授博大精深的中文，需要有效的学习工具。无论对中文教师或是学生而言，电脑学中文是有别于传统教学的另一种选择。以下是我们关于电脑学中文的专题报道。
一撇一横长。对从小生长在中文环境里的孩子来说，每天要花很多的时间学写字背词，长时间下来的累积学习，才会成就稳固的中文基础。不过以中文为母语的人，都要花很长时间来认识新的字词，更何况是生长海外的华裔或者非华裔的。